For this programming assignment, you're going to work up through this dot right here. We're in lesson 2. This dot is the factorial dot. So you're going to do all these, make sure all these boxes are blue, make sure that all these dots are blue, and take a screenshot and turn it in for credit. I'm going to show you my explanation of how I came up with a solution for this one. And if you look at the screen right now, this is how I did it. I defined a procedure called factorial. It's receiving one argument called in. Right? And so when I call that procedure factorial, I can pass in an argument. Here I'm passing the number 5. Well, I'm going to be, in that situation, I'm going to be finding the factorial of 5, which turns out to be 120. So how does that work? Well, I'm going to have a variable to keep track of my total as I multiply 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, right? I want to be 5 times 4 would be 20 times 3 would be 60 times 2 would be 120, times 1 is 120. So this total variable is going to keep track of that total as the multiplication kind of loops through, each time multiplying by a lesser number. And then I'm going to say, hey, if the number that got passed in, if in the number that got passed in is equal to 0, then total is equal to 1. Why is that? Go Google it. Why is the factorial of 0? Or what is the factorial of 0? Why does the 0 factorial equal 1? You can read about it, but it does equal 1. You can read, see right here, where is it? Equals 1, right? So go read about it if you want to know about it. This is a programming class, not a math class, though they overlap all the time. And then the next thing this little procedure is going to do, if n is not equal to 0, while n is greater than 1, we're gonna take the total. So right now the total is 1 the first time, and multiply it by n. So the first time through, it's going to be 5. 1 times 5, total is going to become 5. And then we're going to say, hey, let's take 1 away from n. Let's take 1 away from n. Well, if n was 5, n is now 4. And now we go back to the top of the loop. Is 4 greater than 1? Yeah, it is. So we're going to take total, and we're going to make that equal to total, which is now 5, multiplied by n, which is now 4. 5, 4, so that's 20. So now total is equal to 20. And now we take 1 away from n. n was 4. It becomes 3. We go to the top. Is 3 greater than 1? Yes, it is. So now our total of 20 is going to be equal to 20, which is 5 times 4. 20 is 5 times 4, times n, which is now 3. So we have 60. Now we come down, we take 1 more away from n. And we are at 2. Is 2 greater than 1? Yes. 60, 5 times 4 times 3, which is 5 times 4 times 3. 20 times 3 is 60. 60 is equal to 5 times 4 times 3, 60, times n, which is now 2, 120. n minus equals n minus 1 goes down to 1. Is 1 greater than or equal to 1? Yes. So 120 times 1 is 1. Take away 1. 0. Is 0 greater than or equal to 1? No. All right. So now we print out the factorial. We run it, and we get 120. We could see that with all of these. Take away the comments, run them. There's the factorial of 6, 720, because 6 times 120 is 720. So that's how you do it. That's how I did it. That's the solution I came up with. Yay!